Hello everybody, it's the Raven Knight here. Welcome back to another update video, and today we don't have very much to talk about, but it's still important stuff to hear out, so let's get started. First of all, I want to say, still looking for a new job, trying to figure all that out. It's kind of a pain, and it's more than a little nerve-wracking. So in the meantime, again, I'm going to ask that y'all consider helping me out. You know, if you haven't subscribed already, please do. Subscriptions really help out the channel. Leave comments, leave likes on videos, because that gets the YouTube algorithm noticing me and it puts my videos out there, and I can hopefully make more money off of that. And if you want to help me out more directly, I do have a Teespring store where I'm offering a lot of merchandise. I got some chibis there that my friend Hannah drew. We got some Ravenlord merch. We've got a very cute picture of a female version of me sitting on a cheeseburger with a soda. It was a 4th of July thing that Hannah drew, but we've got that too if that's more your speed. If y'all want it, I can hopefully send it your way. That will help me out and y'all get something out of the deal. Anything helps, just so thank you guys so much for any support you can offer. I really appreciate it during this very difficult in-between period as I look for a new job. And again, I know people keep asking, hey, why don't you just make YouTube your full-time thing? I can't, not until it's more financially lucrative. Okay, so let's put that shilling aside. Let's move on. So one of the big questions that people have been asking me lately is, why all the anime content recently? Why have all my last 3 videos just been CBR response articles? Well, there are 2 reasons. One being CBR is just easy to respond to. You know, I never heard of them until recently. I stumbled across their site, saw some of these lists, and I went, ooh, I gotta address this, just as a One Piece fan, if nothing else. And then the Naruto thing popped up, and I was like, all right, I gotta hit this one too. I'm done doing that for a little while. I haven't had any other CBR articles cross my desk, so I'm like, you know what, I'm done with that for now, so you don't have to worry about that anymore. But the second reason is because, you know what, guys, anime is something that I enjoy. I do like it. I'm not an otaku or weeb by any means. I know where to draw the line. But I do enjoy it, and I think it's fine. Now, one thing that I get asked a lot is, I get asked, what anime do you recommend, and is anime a good source of knowledge or learning about Japanese language, culture, all that kind of stuff? My answer to that is this. Number one, there are lots of anime I could recommend. It really depends on your genre, though. Anime is a lot like picking a TV show. There are going to be some that are geared more towards you. That you may have your personal taste, and if I know your taste, I can recommend anime, but otherwise I don't know. And also, in terms of is it good for cultural learning, it can be. It really depends on the anime. You got to realize it is cartoons. You know, it's like trying to watch Looney Tunes and have that teach you about American and Western culture. You know, it's got some in there, but you've got to understand the context of it. I won't deny that it can be a good source of learning if you're just trying to get some of the basics down. There are some good slice of life anime out there that I think can teach you some basic phrases very easily, but yeah, I wouldn't use it as a source of cultural learning. And the reason I say that is because when I was in college, I took a couple of Japanese courses, particularly Japanese visual and literary arts, Japanese arts in general, and a Japanese culture course. And one thing that I noticed, there were lots of big anime fans in there, and they constantly would quote anime at the professors, and I could tell the professors were getting sick of it. Like one of them, Professor Green, great guy, he was very awesome. He told me that he enjoyed having me in class because I didn't quote anime at him all the time. And anytime an anime was brought up, I was willing to judge it critically and just, instead of just going, oh my god, it's so good. You know, it's one of those things. But I should say, for the record, I do enjoy anime. Anime is cool, in my opinion, depending on which one you're looking at. I just don't make it an obsession, and I think that's the way anyone should look at anything they enjoy. All right, enough of that, moving on. So everyone's kind of wondering, with me not doing any more CBR anime stuff, what about For Honor? Am I going to get back to For Honor anytime soon? Yes. Okay, so a couple things about that. First of all, next Heroes in History. Everyone keeps asking, do this character, do Kensei, do Orochi, do all the... Nope. Highlander is next. He's already been decided. I've put him there. He's on the list. Highlander's next. I will release a poll after I do the Highlander video for who I do next. But for now, Highlander's set up. Okay? Also, I'm doing the Kyoshin For Honor analysis soon. Now, I was asked, wait a second, didn't you already do an analysis? An analysis series is not the same as the Heroes in History series. The Heroes in History is just focused on the history and the culture behind the inspiration for the hero. The analysis goes into that, but also it goes into their move sets, their executions, what I personally think of them, their design and attire, what I think of it, that kind of thing. It is a more deep dive analysis. And finally, the last thing I want to say about For Honor, and I don't know if I'll do a video on this, but I do want to talk about this at some point, so why not now? The meta of For Honor has gone through a slight change lately that I've noticed, and I see why it went in that direction. I'm hoping it changes. Right now, every match that I get into is heavy gank oriented. Now, I know that the developers have said that they want heroes who can be good in the gank, that's a good thing. And I'm glad that that's the direction they've decided to go. They're not pussyfooting around it. They are straight up saying, this is what we want to go with. Now, the problem I see with that is there are lots of players who are not good in gank fightings and are more skilled in one-on-one. And they're not going to enjoy this new meta. Now, the obvious response to that is, well, then they should just go duel. I agree with that. The problem is that dueling gives so little XP and rewards as a result that many people, let's say that you just want to play Aramusha, right? Aramusha is your number one hero. You only want to duel, though. It's going to take a lot longer to level up your Aramusha to a high rep than it would be if you did Dominion or Breach. So, I don't know. I'm not saying that anything necessarily needs to change. I'm saying I hope something is offered that will help. Maybe increase the amount of XP you can get for doing duels, or maybe make some more gank punishes. I don't know. Something's got to change. I don't know what. Don't ask me. I'm just pointing out that this is something I've noticed. Okay? All right. Next thing, the Dead by Daylight content. People have been asking me what I'm going to do next for that. Okay. I'm planning on doing a Survivor next. I want to do Dwight. I started with the Trapper. He was the default starting killer of Dead by Daylight. Dwight's kind of the default starting survivor. So I want to start with Dwight. So he's next. And then after I do Dwight, I will probably do Wraith, the killer. And I'm going to go ahead and warn you, I'm not good at Wraith. I'm not a big fan of Wraith. In fact, most of the starting heroes, with the exception of Trapper, I'm not good at. You got your 4 basic starters. You've got Trapper, Wraith, Hillbilly, and Nurse. And of those 4, I'm only somewhat good at Trapper. I'm terrible as Nurse. Absolutely terrible. You will not see a meme compilation unless it's a fail compilation. I, for some reason, am bad at Hillbilly, even though I'm okay with Oni. I don't know how that works. And I don't do Wraith very well. It's weird. It is very weird, but I will do a video on Wraith. I'm going to do a video on all of them eventually. So don't worry, it's going to happen. All right, so now let me talk about this. This is kind of cool. Some people have been asking, when am I going to continue my Women in History video series that I started with the Knights? Well, I wasn't going to do it until Hannah, my artist friend, finished her picture of the female Raven Lord, because people asked me, for those who don't know, people were asking me, hey, in your thumbnail for the first Women in History video, you use this picture of a Princess Raven Knight. Will you be doing a picture of the Raven Knight as a female in different cultural outfits specific to what you're talking about? I talked about that with Hannah, and she said, I don't want to do an individual picture for each culture, but what we can do is do a picture of a female Raven Lord that we can put in each thumbnail. And I said, cool, let's do that. And it's been a long time. A lot of stuff has happened. Things have been crazy, but she's almost done with it. Hopefully the picture will be done this week, and once it's done, I will begin working on that series again, which will be cool. Looking forward to that. I'll share more details with you as they come to me. All right, and then future response videos. Okay, so people kind of were saying in the comments, how many times are we going to get CBR articles? Like how much are we going to get these anime CBR article response videos? I do them because they're easy, but if you want a different kind of response video, let me know. I do have one response video already set up. I'm going to be doing the sequel to that Darman video I did. But other than that, I don't have any other response videos lined up. So if you find an anime article, or if you find an article, or if you find a video or something like that that you'd like me to respond to, please send it my way. I'll take a look at it. All right, and last but not least, it's story sharing time. And today, this is a story that I have barely started. It's a story that I've only done 2 chapters for, but I want to continue more of it because it's a very fun concept to me. Okay, the story is called Lust for Life, and it's a weird story, but follow me on this one. So you got this guy, his name is Peter, and Peter is a college student. You know, he's a very good kid. He works very hard. He's very passionate about youth. He wants to become a minister. He wants to go into the seminary. He's a strong, devout Christian young man. Now, one day he's crossing the street and this truck hits him and he's about to die, right? But suddenly he doesn't die. For some reason, he's kept alive, and he meets this woman. And this woman reveals herself to be, get this, a succubus. And if you don't know what a succubus is, it's basically like a Catholic sex demon. Like they're demonesses, you know. And she says, hey, I'm keeping you alive right now because I'm possessing your body. Get this. I'm going to help you. I'm going to give you another chance at life. But you've got to teach me how to be better because I want redemption. So a demoness wants redemption. Now, from a theological standpoint, that doesn't make a lot of sense. But I thought it'd be very interesting to tell the story of redemption for a demon. You know, I thought that'd be something creative. And the reason it's taking so long to write is because it's like, I don't even know where to start with this. It's just a concept. Whenever I write a story, I start with a concept idea and then kind of build from there. It's just a weird concept, but I thought it'd be fun to try. So there you go. It's Lust for Life. And it's him just living his life now, trying to teach this succubus how not to be sinful, how not to be a lustful demoness, and she's just not getting it. She's kind of not clicking with her. She's trying so hard. It's just a fun little project that I've been trying. There's no pictures for it yet because it's too early in the stages for it to have any. But if you're interested in reading the first chapter, I can send you a link. If you're interested, just leave a comment. Speaking of which, that about wraps up this video. Again, guys, thank you so much for watching. We're almost at 13,000 subs. It feels good. It feels great. I'm so excited for that. Please leave a subscription if you haven't already. Comment and like below if you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in my next video. Take care.